How to keep positive during hard times. Sometimes life can really hit you in the stomach and have you feeling the absolute worst. In tough times, it can feel nearly impossible to be optimistic and positive in a time of difficulty and constant negativity. However, with a little brain power and strong will, it can become a lot easier to view the glass as half full. Read on for more. Steps. 1. Think of people who may have a harder life than you. Remember that your situation is not the worst. Though you may be going through a tough time, be thankful for what you do have and what worse situations you have avoided. This doesn't mean that something bad didn't happen to you. Be able to acknowledge that, but find the optimism in the situation. Remember to thank yourself and others who have made your life the way it is. Instead of taking basic things in life for granted, be thankful for the simple things you do have, such as that you have a bed to sleep comfortably on every night, when you could be on hard concrete or an icy bench. There is always something to be grateful for. 2. Trust that things will work themselves out. Think of trees, for example. During winter they are bare, desolate, and frozen. But, in spring, they blossom into something of beauty. Just because it is not spring yet, doesn't mean that the winter you're experiencing won't come to an end. Trust that it will work itself out in the end. All tough things happen for a reason, and they'll blossom into a spring season at some point in your future, even if you can't see it now. Remember to be patient. What we are waiting for is not as important as what happens to us while we are waiting, as the things that happen to you while you are waiting for things to get better can help you in the long run. Consider that if you are still waiting for your spring season to arrive, you are not ready yet. Waiting is not punishment, it is preparation. 3. Focus on your blessings instead of your issues. Many times during your day, things go exactly the way you want them to, but when one thing doesn't, it's easy to get upset. Remember that more things go right than wrong. It's a difficult task, but if the positives outweigh the negatives, shouldn't your positive mood also outweigh your negative mood? Brainstorm all the things that have gone according to plan today, then what hasn't. Unless it's an extremely bad day, your positive items should significantly outnumber the negative ones. 4. Find the positive in every situation. Even in hard cases, such as a broken bone from a car accident, you can still find a positive idea. You'll have an amazing story to tell friends, family, peers, and colleagues. Even if you can only find one positive thought, hold it tight, and think back to it when your situation has you feeling down. Don't try to do this right away. Oftentimes you'll bit of time to process the thoughts and feelings that arise when you're in a negative situation before trying to find the happy side. Trying to force optimistic thinking when you are still in an emotional turmoil or a bit shocked won't work. It'll only highlight how you can't find a positive in a negative situation. 5. Don't exaggerate a problem into something it's not. When you're overwhelmed and stressed and already going through hard times, it's easy to turn a minor problem into a huge one. There are 3 ways to stop these kind of thoughts. 1. Say stop. Tell yourself stop, or no, I am not going to exaggerate again, as soon as you begin to start having thoughts that are turning a molehill into a mountain. If you still can't block off those kinds of thoughts after telling yourself to stop, breathe. Sit or lie down in a quiet place, and keep comfortably still. Breathe deeply and focus your thoughts on the steady rhythm of your inhales and exhales for a minute or 2 until you feel more calm. Vent out your thoughts and question them. Speaking to someone close to you and getting their input can help you get a more grounded perspective on the situation. In addition, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 days? 5 weeks? 6. Have a positive start to your day. How you start your day usually sets the tone for the rest of your day. If you wake up feeling grouchy, filled with stressful thoughts and negative outlooks, that's going to most likely make the rest of the day feel worse. On the other hand, if you start your day having an uplifting conversation with someone, reading or finding out good news, and not being concerned at the moment about the problems at hand, you are probably going to feel much happier the rest of the day. 7. Set short-term and long-term goals. Feeling stuck in a hard time or situation can lead to feelings of frustration and helplessness. Instead of focusing on the tough time you are going through, keep yourself set on both your short and long-term goals. If you keep those goals in mind, you'll find yourself thinking more about working to accomplish your goals and less about your issues and current difficulties. You can also try to imagine the type of person you want to be. Think about your ideal version of yourself, physically, emotionally, professionally, and personally. Once you've got that in mind, try to make choices and act like that ideal version, and strive to become closer and closer to the type of person you want to be. This should also help take your mind off the current issues at hand. 8. Don't beat yourself up or blame yourself for your situation. Absolutely nothing good comes from belittling or berating yourself. Negativity will only bring more negativity, so replace those negative thoughts with encouraging, positive ones. Remember that belittling and blaming yourself will get you nowhere. Instead of sitting down and moping about how it's all your fault, give yourself positive reinforcement, get up and do whatever you can to fix the problem. 9. Exercise. Go for a walk outside, run, or jog. Sitting around overthinking about the tough time you're in will only make you sink deeper into your depressed mood. When you move your body, blood starts flowing to the brain, providing much-needed nutrients. This makes you feel energized to the point where new, positive thoughts replace negative ones. Overall, you gain the benefit of receiving needed nutrients and energy, which in turn reduces your stress and boosts levels of happiness and creativity. 10. Absorb yourself in activities. Participate in some extra activities of your choice such as painting, cooking, writing a blog, cycling, or anything that sounds interesting. You can try activities that are new experiences, or engage yourself in something you're passionate about. Keeping yourself busy with that activity will take your mind off the negativity, problematic thoughts, and issues you're experiencing and instead focus it on that hobby. Not to mention, your skill in that particular subject will improve drastically. 11. Go unwind with entertainment or recreation. Bring back game night, no matter your age. Invite a few friends over, make some delicious snacks, and play games. You can also eat out, just look for specials at restaurants during lunch and have water with lemon instead of a drink. Or, lastly, invite some friends over, make the popcorn and watch some Netflix. 12. Quit considering yourself a victim. It's easier to assume the role of a victim during tough times than taking responsibilities for yourself. But doing so only encourages negativity, whether it be in your actions or thoughts, and can chase away people who are willing to help out. By letting go of the victim label, you free yourself from resentment, bitterness, and other sour emotions, which will only prevent the positive and creative thoughts that will boost your mood and help get you out of your situation. Tips. Don't exaggerate your comparison of the lesser fortunate than you. Live in the now. The past is in the past, it is unchangeable and has already been done with. Keep in mind that what's important is happening now, and that it's time to let everything else go. Warnings. People may not take an interest in you if you show off that life is good because they are lesser fortunate than you. Be careful.